Okay. Awesome. How's everyone doing? Let's give it a few minutes. Let's give it 3:01. 3:01 we will start our show, our weekly show that happens every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's the server room or TSR. June 24th, 2017. Oh my God, it's so close. We're almost to July. Time flies. So I'm going to give it a minute. And it looks like we are live right now. Awesome. It is 3:01. All right, so let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernardo from the BTNHD. Welcome to the server room. Episode 13, lucky 13. Like always, every week we tune in at the same time, same day, every Saturday, right, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we go over a lot of stuff. Recently, we have been tackling a lot of deployment stuff, MDT, SCCM, Azure. We did a little Azure. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I can't really predict the future of what's going to happen. But I'm going to remove the lower third. And then I'm going to remove this guy. There you go. So 2 very important links. These links are at the bottom of the description. So you guys get a copy. I will place it on the chat room. I'm going to place the link right here. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? How's everyone doing? So far, we have about 1 person watching, which is not that bad. But I just shot the link to the chat room. This link is today's notes. Again, I'm doing PowerPoint. I love using PowerPoint because it keeps me, in order, A through Z, right? We don't have to skip. Please make sure that you join the BTNHD newsletter. The newsletter is me shooting out an email, maybe Thursday or Friday, letting you guys know that I'm alive and that the show is going to happen on Saturday and what we're going to do that day, the agenda, plus any little thing or announcements that I have. So let's get straight to it. Before I go through the PowerPoint, because it's the procedures of how I got my thing up and running, I'm going to actually start the process of the upgrade because it takes a while and there's a good chance that it's not going to finish at all today. So I'll probably do like a Periscope and do like behind the scenes, like after hours, and show you guys that the upgrade went. But we're going to start it off. So the machine that we are upgrading is this guy right here. It's Windows 7 Service Pack 1, which is added to my Active Directory. And I'm going to right click and open the console. And the way that I'm pushing this upgrade is through the beautiful software center that SCCM gives you. So I'm going to do a Control-Alt-Insert. Let's log in. Now, I have this account called Batman. Batman does not have full admin rights throughout our domain. He's a regular user, okay? And boom, there you go. Okay, he's a regular user, and I'm going to show you guys that he is a regular user. I'm going to go to Start. I'm going to right-click, and let's go to Manage. And then there it goes. I have no full admin rights to this machine, okay? So I created a shortcut on this desktop called, which points to the software center. I'm going to double-click on this guy, and the software center is going to load up. This is the awesome, cool-looking kind of feature that comes with SCCM, which is really awesome. It really depends how you want to deploy this to users. You can actually deploy a shortcut on their desktop, change the name, maybe change the icon to something else. And then if they want like a particular application or application that you're advertising to them, you can tell them go to the software center or go to X, Y, and Z on the desktop, double click on it, and it's going to load up. Hopefully it loads up for me because I know I tested this stuff out and it worked. What's going on? All right, so I'm going to let that load up. I'm going to put this to the side. It's taking its sweet time. Let's check on our SCCM, make sure that's lively. All right, good. So this is the machine that has the client installed, And the client was actually pushed out with WSUS. So that's the way I'm pushing out the client. That's the way that we configured it on the last show. I think on the last 2 shows maybe. And let's zoom out of here. Let's go back into here. Still loading up. What's going on? I know it has something because you see this little guy right here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in. And let's go right here. This little guy right here tells me there's this new software available, but it's taking its sweet time to load up. Holy moly. What is going on? There's a possibility I might have to just reboot this virtual machine. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. All right. Yeah, I want to start this process before I start showing you guys how I did everything. And the reason why is because this thing takes forever. And I just want to get straight to the point, right? So right now it's loading. A couple of things. Actually, let's just go into it. So let me just zoom in for you guys. Boom. And we're going to go to the operating system node. And there goes a beautiful upgrade to Windows 10 64 version 17.03. So we're going to click on that guy. And once you click on it, you're going to get this information right here. Download size is less than 1 megabyte. That is such a lie. XMN time doesn't give you a specific time. I think, if I recall, I think you are able to set the time. But we're just going to hit install. Once you click on install, it's going to say confirm that you want to install a new operating system on this computer. The installation might take several hours, and your computer might restart several times. When you install a new operating system, all the existing data of your computer will be removed. Now, don't get me wrong. Today's show is all about upgrading Windows 7 Service Pack 1 to Windows 10 version 17.03. The simple approach. We're not really getting into copying profiles over and installing drivers. Don't get me wrong, that is the way that you need to do it. But for this show, we're just going to take it super simple, straightforward, creating a upgrade task sequence and pushing it out to our machines so they're able to install. Later on, I'm going to show you guys how to get into the USMT, I believe, the user state migration tool. So you're able to copy your profiles over to a particular location within your network. And then it upgrades and then it copies the stuff over, like the user's information. But for now, we're going to keep it straightforward, simple, and we're just going to install the operating system. Okay. Right now, system center cannot be loaded. There's a problem loading the required component. You may try to... I'm having problems. All right, so I probably need to restart this machine because the last time that I tested it out, I was having issues. So we're going to see what happens because right now it's saying installing. I know I tested this bad boy out. I know I tested this guy out. All right, so waiting to install. Let's see what happens. Let's give it a few and see what happens. But let's get into the PowerPoint. Again, the PowerPoint link is at the bottom of the video. If the description is not, if not, you can grab the link on the live chat. And so far, we have 11 strong individuals tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. We caught a little hiccup, but I know I tested this stuff out. So I think because I tested out and I reverted my virtual machine back to a snapshot, I don't know if I'm having issues with that. So right now it's in the installing state. So I'm hoping it goes through. We'll see. We'll see. So let's get into the PowerPoint. Let's open it up. And we are going to just launch this guy up. And we're going to the first slide. So again, today we're upgrading the Windows 7 Service Pack 1 to Windows 10. You can retrieve this PowerPoint anytime. Grab a copy of it, download it, grab notes, okay? So first thing that I did is because I'm doing everything within a virtual environment, it's super simple. So I went inside my properties of my virtual machine, which is my SCCM, and I mounted my Windows 10 x64 version 17.03 ISO. I created some folders, and within there, within my sources, Again, we created a OSD file because this is where we dropped our MDT stuff, our settings, MDT toolkit. I'm still using that primary source location to do more things. I created a folder called OS, and within OS, I created OS upgrade packages. And again, the package that we're creating is a Windows 10 x64. And within that Windows 10 x64 folder, I created another folder called version 1703. Most likely, you might have to create additional folders. I love creating folders because it keeps me nice and organized, and especially if you leave your job or you go on vacation and someone needs to know what you're doing, what type of operating system you are deploying. Hey, they could go inside this Windows 10 x64 and say, hey, okay, oh, he's deploying 1703, right? So once you create that, we're going to need to copy the Windows 10 media, which is pretty simple. You go inside your ISO, or if you extracted that ISO in a particular folder, just copy and paste it inside that folder. For me, I kind of mounted the ISO within my virtual machine, and I just opened up the D drive, which is the the ISO mounted, copied it over, boom, inside that 1703 folder. Just copy it over, okay? Once you're done, there's a particular section within your SCCM to add Windows 10 as an upgrade package, okay? So if you go inside your software library, overview, operating systems upgrade packages. Now, don't get it confused within operating system images. Two different things, okay? Operating system image upgrade packages, what you're going to do is right-click on it, and you're going to do add operating system upgrade package. Simple, right? If you want, you can even create folders. I'm kind of surprised I haven't been creating a lot of folders within my SCCM environment, which is really weird. I'm going to exit out of here real quick, and let's go inside here. It's still saying installing. We're just going to leave it. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that it's doing something, because we had a little glitch. So I'm gonna go back and forth and check. Look at the start. All right, that's running. Let's look at this guy. Right now I'm just checking because I know I just caught a nice little baby hiccup. So we will see. I can't get him because of that. All right, so let's log in. I just want to check a couple of things out before we continue, because this is gonna bother me. This is definitely gonna bother me. All right. All right, so this guy right here is really working. All right, so the client is really kick-started. So all right, we're gonna minimize that. All right, so let's go back into the PowerPoint. That's gonna bother me, I can tell you right now. So let's go back into the PowerPoint. So once you right-click on your operating system upgrade packages, you pick add operating system upgrade package, and the next one that you're gonna get is this guy. It's gonna browse to the data source. Now, when you're browsing to your upgrade package, which is a copy of the ISO stuff, the sources, the boot images, the WIM file, whatever, you need to use the UNC path, okay? Once you use the UNC path, which I did right here, this is my server, sources, OSD. There's a good chance you're probably not going to use the same folder system or file system kind of way that I have it. You could short it up even shorter. It's up to you. You could do sources, Windows, and then the build. It's really up to you. Then click next. Give it a name, a version, a comment. I gave my name as Windows 10 Enterprise because that's the version that we're deploying, and it's a version 1703 and is a 64-bit. The nice little summary, and click next. Progress should be like that, really simple. It's not one of those things that you could just walk away, and eventually you're gonna get this and just hit close. Now, if everything works well, you're gonna see this. Now, this is the name that I provided, Windows 10 Enterprise version 1703, 64-bit. You guys have to pay attention to this little location right here. Right-click on the panel right here and just hit refresh. And, actually, my bad, sorry. So from here, we need to distribute the content throughout your network, throughout your SCCM. Forgot about that. So what you're going to need to do is right-click on this guy. and pick distribute content. Now, when you do distribute content, you're going to get the wizard. Hit next. And then once you hit next, you have to add a DP. Now, DP stands for distribution point. So you're going to click on that add button and pick distribution point. Now, I only have one. Most likely you have different distribution points because of different offices that you have or you're managing. It's really up to you. For me, I only have one, so that's the one that I'm picking, which is the on-premise one. You're going to check it off, press OK. You're going to see it, click next and then again, and then close. Boom. Now, pay attention to this location right here, the content status, because this takes a while. I think it took a while for me because I'm doing everything within a virtual environment. If you guys, for me, I think it took between 20 to 25 minutes for me to get this. I would love to hear from you guys to see how long does it take your content to be distributed throughout your distribution point. I'm doing everything as a virtual environment, plus my virtual machine. I think it's only 4 virtual CPUs with 8 gigs, which is not that bad, right? It's not that bad. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is create a task sequence to upgrade. Wow, right? So to create a task sequence to upgrade, you basically go inside your software library, go to overview, operating systems, and bam, task sequence or task sequences. You're gonna right click on that guy, and then you're gonna do create task sequence. I think on the last video we did create MDT task sequence because that's when we did the whole integration with MDT 8443 with our SCCM, and that worked pretty well. Once you right click and you click on create task sequence, you're going to get this nice little menu with a lot of options. You have install an existing image package, build and capture a reference operating system, which I'm planning and I'm working a little hard to do that for you guys, build and capture within SCCM. You have install an existing image package to a virtual hard disk. This is great if you have a Hyper-V infrastructure within your environment. And then you have upgrade an operating system for an upgrade package. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys so you guys can see what the hell I'm talking about. And then you have create a new custom task sequence. Now, if you really have the cojones to just create a task sequence from the beginning to the bottom, hey, go for it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take advantage of the templates that SCCM already has. And the one that we're going to pick, guessed it, we're going to upgrade an operating system from an upgrade package because we imported an upgrade package within this node right here, and it's ready to be pushed out. Now, for this to work, I would please, I'm going to go back a couple of slides. Make sure that this says success 1. If it still says this, I do not bother doing a task sequence. Make sure that this guy has fully been distributed through your distribution point before you start your task sequence. I don't know if you would get any errors or anything. For my best practice, the way I like to do it, I like to make sure everything is green and successful before I continue doing other steps. So once you pick your upgrade an operating system from the upgrade package, you can click on next. You can give your task sequence a name. And the name is basically what the software center or the client is going to see or advertise out to deploy it. So click next on that. And next thing that you need to do is you need to pick your upgrade package. So you're going to click on Browse. And once you click on Browse, again, I only had one, which is the Windows 10 Enterprise version 1703, blah, blah, blah. It really depends on you. You probably call it something else. Pick it. And once you pick, automatically you're going to see the properties, which is going to be the OS version, the edition, which is Windows 10 Enterprise, the language, and the architecture, which is 64-bit. Edition index automatically selects the number 1, Windows 10 Enterprise, and if you have a product key like a MAK product key, yeah, you can enter it there, and good to go. Click next, and from here, this is really up to you. Include software updates. Now, because I'm doing a straightforward upgrade, which is going to completely wipe the machine, doesn't matter what's in it. Again, it's not the best approach because you're upgrading machines within your infrastructure that has files and within their computers. You shouldn't have any any clients backing up or saving any type of documents within their computer. You know, the computer at their job is not their personal computer. It is a company computer. If they need to save any important documents, they should be saving it inside of their server, file share server, that's being backed up every day, right? Snapshots, tapes, cloud backups, whatever situation or solution that you're using within your environment, right? Do not back up stuff. You know, it's one of those things like a lot of people, oh, but you're gonna back up my pictures, or you're gonna back up my music. What? Pictures, music? You have pictures and music within a company-owned computer. No, I'm not backing up that stuff. You're going to back it up, and I'm going to upgrade this machine. Now, a lot of you don't have that option because you're probably working within a corporate environment that's really strict with stuff like that. So you do have to take advantage of copying the profile, which I'm going to show you guys later on. I'm rambling because I'm off topic. But include software updates. You're able to create a package or group of Windows 10 updates within your node, within the software updates, to be pushed out to this upgrade package. Now, I'm not doing that. So I'm saying do not install any software updates. I don't want any updates. I just want to push out the machine, and I want to push out the package and then, you know, do the deployment, and that's it. But you're able to do that. It's a little bit more work, and I'm planning to show you guys later on. But for now, I'm just gonna say no software updates. Let's zoom out of here, and I'm eager to watch to see what's going on. What's going on? I shouldn't take that long. I told you guys, this thing takes long. But my fear is that I'm probably gonna have issues. Trying to remember, because I'm trying to remember when I did it take this long? Probably. Interesting. Oh, what's going on? Oh, that's weird. Install. That's a weird one. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Screw it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart this virtual machine. This is me being paranoid. I'm just going to restart this machine. Restart the machine. And we're going to start. Because I know I tested this stuff out and it didn't work. That's the whole reason why I did this PowerPoint for you guys. Because, you know, I got it to work. But for some reason, this virtual machine is giving me a pain in the butt. And this is the only Windows 7 machine that I have. We could always create another virtual machine, a Windows 7 machine, add it to the domain controller, push out a group policy update so it could grab the WSUS client stuff, let the client install this stuff, then we could do the software update. Wow, we could do that. That's a big hassle, but you know, that's a pain in the butt. So before I even continue with the PowerPoint, let this guy restart. And let's go inside the chat room. I have 14 strong individuals joining me. Thank you so much. Again, if you have the power to leave a comment, say hi to me. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining in. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you're new again, if you are capable of leaving a comment, let me know where you guys are from. I always want to know how far this show goes to. So got a couple of update stuff. I don't know what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna re-log into the machine and then start the process. I did have a hiccup. It's saying prepare to configure Windows. Do not turn off. All right, so let's do a control insert. Let's log back into Batman. There we go. Because I am getting notifications within the software center that a software update. But again, this same machine, I upgraded it, and then when they rebooted to the process to push out the operating system, I kind of told it to revert back to the snapshot. So I'm hoping that's not causing the problem. I'm hoping not. All right, so let's go. Hopefully this loads up. So let's hit enter. Loads up. Let's go back in the chat rooms. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Yes. Yes. Funk Nate. Yes. Software Center is part of SCCM. It used to be the Software Center. Oh, come on. There was a problem loading the required components for Software Center. You can try launching software at a later time. If problem continues, you could contact the help desk. Come on. You got to be joking. Yep. All right, so let's do that. Boom. Let's go back in time. It's always a good thing to take snapshots. I love taking snapshots, yes. But again, Software Center is part of the, whatchamacallit, is part of the SCCM. That option used to be part of the control panel. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I can't recall the name of it. Awesome. Cool. So, all right. Good. All right. So what we're going to do is click on that. My thing already reverted. We're going to click on install operating system. We're going to leave it as installing. Hopefully, I'm hoping it works. We're going to leave it as is. We're going to leave it be because I know this works. All right. So, hi, Big R. How you doing? Yeah, I know. It sucks. Like, I always say, look, we got a big screen. Big screen. Hey, okay. So, it's so weird because it really depends on your IT budget, okay? And the reason why I say it really depends on your IT budget because SCCM costs money. Don't ask how much because I really don't know how much. MDT is free. And the only thing that you have to have is a licensed server. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think you could install MDT within a Windows 7 or Windows 10 environment and still get by. But it works well if you are installing it within a SCCM environment. So, and it's free. Why not use it? It's free. But the problem is with that is that the SCCM is basically MDT and steroids. You get more features, more options to do stuff, and that's kind of the problem. You have to pay for those features, but you could get away with MDT. And one of the features, like the Software Center, is not part of MDT. I'm still getting this damn problem. Look at that. I'm still getting that problem. So we're gonna try to fix this problem. Because, all right, we're going to let this run. Let's go inside our guy right here because I don't have another Windows 7 machine. This is the only Windows 7 machine that I have. Crapperonis. All right, screw it. So let's right-click, go to virtual machine. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do together. We're going to do BJ-Win 7 SP1V2. We're going to do this again. We're going to make this work. I want to make this work with you guys. I'm going to drop it inside the C, my data store C. This is a Windows, and I could probably do this within my MDT and deploy it that way, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put it on my NAT network. I'm going to give it 100 gigs. Click next. I'm still going to let the original one run to see if it kickstarts itself, but I think because I started the process and I reverted during the process, it's causing problems. No. All right, whatever. All right, so finish on that. It's creating our new virtual machine that we're doing together. How beautiful is that? Awesome. I'm going to right-click on this and open as console because, that's going to bother me. That's going to bother me a lot. Virtual machine, go to Edit Settings. And within Edit Settings, I'm going to give it 2 processors, and 2 gigs is enough. CD DVD, we're going to mount the ISO, make sure it's connected. I'm going to zoom in for you guys a little bit so you guys can take a look on what the hell I'm doing. We're going to browse. And I have all my ISOs in ISO. And we're going to, bam. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we're going to press OK. Beautiful. And we're going to launch you. Awesome. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, so we're gonna do everything. We're gonna do it together. Screw that, you know, because that's gonna piss me off. So we're gonna install Windows 10 Service Pack 1. I'm gonna add it to my Active Directory, which is this guy right here. My MDTs, my Active Directory, my WDS, my DHCP, and all that other good stuff. So we're gonna add it in this guy. So we got a lot of stuff going on right now. This is nuts. This is crazy. Because this guy didn't want to work. This guy didn't want to work. All right. So let's see what's going to happen. So we are creating a new virtual machine. All right. We got people from Canada. Nice. All right, we have one. Okay, I saw your SCCM machine still spinning on Config Manager. We'll say reboot SCCM server. I don't think it's the SCCM. Oh, what's going on? This one or more of the selected clients failed to reassign to the new site. Oh, what is going on? What is this? Interesting. All right, so we got one individual. Caught something that I didn't catch. Nice. Good job on that one. I didn't catch that. Thank you. Thank you on that one. I didn't see that my SCCM was still loading. So that's a possibility why I'm having issues for the thing not grabbing right away. So let's cancel that. So it cannot be canceled. The problem with cancellation is still want to cancel. Press OK. All right. So let's think. Let's make sure my SQL is running. Let's make sure the SQL server is lively. All right, that's working, because I know in the past I had SQL server act up on me. It wasn't starting at all. So my SQL server is good. I refreshed it. It's green. I think the last time I refreshed and it wasn't started. So I had to restart it within the services console. So that's looking good. So what I'm going to do, let's start the console, SCCM console, to see if it loads up again. We got one individual that caught something that I didn't catch. Good eye on that one. Hopefully it connects to the database. If not, I have to restart our SCCM. Holy moly. So I'm going to restart this guy. Let's do a reset. Reset this virtual machine. Get out of here. Oh, I'm having issues connecting to the site database. Holy moly, what is going on right now? Worst case. Oh, this is the worst. All right. So that's not a good thing, because it should automatically pick up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take what this individual suggested and reboot the SCCM. So let's close that up. Let's reboot our SCCM machine. Restart. I'm gonna restart that guy, and this guy is still going. I'm gonna try the restart. Let's try the restart first. See what happens. All right, let's refresh this. Ooh, good. All right, let's see. So I love you guys. You guys catch things that I don't catch. Awesome. All right, so that's rebooted, and the memory is going sky high, which is okay. All right. SCCM is restarting. Let's see, where is that? All right, let it restart. All right, let's go back into the PowerPoint. Let that stuff restart, and then we're going to continue. So back inside the PowerPoint. Excellent. So Once you pick this option that do not install software updates, next thing is you pick applications. Now, if you have applications that you need for the upgrade to push out, during the upgrade process, you need to have applications like you probably have like Flash or, Microsoft, like Office, probably. You can add them here. For this show, I didn't add any application. For this task sequence, I didn't add any application. So it's just straightforward, and I just click next. Nice little summary, click next. Get all green check marks. And then, long and behold, you have your upgrade to Windows 10 x64 1703, whatever name you gave it, task sequence. Now, next thing you want to do is right-click on your task sequence and click on Edit. Now, if you look at the attributes within your task sequence editor, it's really self-explanatory. The first one, it checks the readiness for the upgrade. You could actually change the requirements. By default, it checks if it has 2 gigs. It checks if the processor speed is about 1.0 megahertz, I think. And it also makes sure if the current OS is a client. Okay. If you click on Upgrade Operating System, you have more options. Right here, you could change the package. If you have a source, make sure the source is a USB path. The edition, the product key, if you forgot to enter it, you can enter it here within the task sequence. And you have more options here. Provide the following driver content to the Windows setup during upgrade. This is great if you're dealing with a solid state drive machine and these particular drivers, push it out that way. You have a timeout, perform Windows setup capability, scan without starting upgrade. Ignore any disassemble capability messages. Dynamically update Windows setup with Windows updates. I left everything as is. This is the default. Nothing's checked off, but if you need these options, check it off. And again, you can add more stuff in it. I just left everything as the default. I left it alone. And it's time to deploy the task sequence. So pick your task sequence, right click on it, and hit deploy. Once you hit deploy, you get a nice little deploy software wizard. Make sure you browse, and you're going to get this nice little warning about upgrade to Windows 10 x64 has potential to be a high-risk deployment. This is weird. But just click OK. You pick your collection. For my collection, I did all workstations. And for all workstations, you click on Next. By default, the purpose is going to be available. And make availability to the following. It's only going to be the only configuration manager clients, and it's grayed out, so you can't really change it. Kind of sucks. Click Next. You do the scheduling. I didn't do any scheduling. I left it as is. Click Next again. You could change the user experience. Use the task sequence progress. Do a software installation, system restarts, commit changes to deadlines, or whatever. By default, these are the only 2 things that are checked off, and this automatically is checked off and grayed out, so you can't change it. Click Next, and then you have alerts. Distribution, by default, for me, I only have one option, download content locally when needed by the running task sequence. And I left everything unchecked, and click on Next. Nice little summary. Next, and we're going to close it. And how does it look? Which is the client side is this, which I was trying to show you guys. And we're going to close the PowerPoint. And hit don't save. Let's get inside our SCCM. Let's log into our SCCM. I've been having a lot of issues with my SCCM lately in SQL. It's a pain in the butt. But that's the way IT goes, right? All right, so we got a lot of things open right now. I was going to create a new virtual machine with Windows 7 Service Pack 1, but one of you guys caught something that I didn't catch. The console was still loading up, and I received a nasty little error. So hopefully my SCCM will launch up. We can log in, launch the console. It's going sky high. Yeesh. All right. Okay. Let's get back in here. All right, this guy is loaded up. Let me check the task sequence. It's virtual machine 4014. All right, so let's click on our SCCM console within our SCCM server, see if it loads up, connects to the database, and then we're going to go inside our original Windows 7 Service Pack 1 machine and deploy it. Holy moly. Again, for that individual, I cannot pronounce your name, and I apologize for catching. He wrote on the live chat, I saw your SCCM machine still spinning on config manager. Will say reboot SCCM server. Good catch on that. Thank you on that. I did reboot. So hopefully the reboot works. I closed the console and I try to connect to the site database. And I'm a little worried right now because it's not connecting to the site database. So the next thing that I might have to do is reboot the SQL server. Damn it. I know. So we will see. We will see. I've been having issues all week with my SCCM, and it kind of sucks that I'm having issues with it. I don't know why I'm having a lot of issues with it. Oh, man. It's taking too long. It's taking too long. Let's check this guy out. Refresh. So right now I'm inside my SQL. That's running. That's running too. That's running. But I'm not able to connect to my site database. What is going on? What is going on? All right, so let's do this. Let's go inside our SQL server. And I am going to stop our database. Hit yes on that because it needs to also stop our SQL Server agent. And I'm going to restart the database. I'm going to restart the database. All right, I got Big R saying check event logs. I'm going to check the event logs, but I want to do a couple of things before I check the event logs because I've been having issues lately, and these are the steps that I've been doing, and it kind of kickstarts, so hopefully it works out. I probably need to look into it a little bit more. Cue the elevator music. Do, 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 do. All right, we're going to start the agent. We're going to make this work. We're going to make this work together, guys. No worries. Trust me, I had this stuff working. And as always, when you want something to work the way that you want it to work, it never does. All right, so I'm able to connect. I restarted. Let's go back inside here. See if it connects to the site. Let me see if the damn database is here. Okay, the database is here. All right, database is there. All right, database is there. All right, database. I'm able to query. I'm able to get into it, but it doesn't want to connect. Oh my gosh, what is going on with the server today? Yes, this is at home at my home lab. That's how I have it at home. At home, I normally have my SCCM and my SQL at the same box. Because there's always problems when you have SQL Server on a different box. I've noticed that a lot, and I can't stand that. So right now I'm having issues getting inside our thing. So let's go inside Event Viewer. I don't know why I'm having issues connecting to my site database today. This is nuts. All right. Let's go to systems, see what's going on. This is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But again, I gave you guys the PowerPoint. Make sure you guys follow the PowerPoint. I want to see if you guys are able to follow the PowerPoint within your infrastructure and see if it works out. I know it works out because I tested it out and got a couple of errors right here. Group policy. Connectivity, DNS issues. Yes, you got that right, Big R. There's always a server room after hours. You know I'm going to have it after hours. This is going to drive me nuts. Got a couple errors right here. WDS, TFTP, failed, problem. All right. It's WDS. Oh my gosh, what is going on? This is not a good thing, guys. Not a good thing. I had this stuff working throughout the week, and all of a sudden stuff starts happening. Crazy. But this is what the server room is all about, having issues like this. I'm not gonna keep you guys long. I'll probably do it after hours of the server room once I get it up and running and tell you guys and show you guys how I got it up and running. I just don't want to kill any time while I have you guys. Configuration manager updates, configure manager, task sequence. This is crazy. Crazy. I wonder. This is no good. This is no good. I don't know why. This is driving me nuts. Well, okay, Jeff, so that's a good question. So Jeff stated, are you running a stable build or a preview build? I am not using a preview build. This is a full-blown version of SCCM. This is licensed. So I'm not using a preview build. I got away from the preview build because I was having a crap load of issues. And so I reinstalled it again with a fully licensed SCCM server application within the server, but for some reason it is acting up. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. All right, I know I restarted the services on the SQL server, but let's just restart the machine. Let's just restart the machine. And actually, before I even restart the machine, I know I disable all firewalls. Let's make sure. Firewall is disabled. See, firewall is disabled. So let's restart. Let's restart you. Let's restart my database because right now the console doesn't want to restart. Oh, the console, the SCCM console doesn't want to talk to the database. Damn problems. Control panel. So right now I'm doing quick troubleshooting with you guys. When you think everything is working and nothing is working, it sucks. All right, so let's go inside. Let's let that restart. Let's go inside the chat room. We have SCCM for big companies. It does make it does much more than MDT. MDT just build upgrades and OSs. Well, Big R, you could, if you have the time and the patience, you are able to customize and build MDT to run like SCCM in some way. But I think it just takes a lot of time, a lot of customization. You have to customize MDT to the point that everything will work correctly. A lot of testing, and breaking. You're gonna break a lot of your, you're gonna break a lot of stuff when you're testing stuff. But I believe you're capable of taking your MDT server and building it to run somewhat like a SCCM server. It just takes time, patience, and a lot of Googling. Yes, SCCM is a beast. SCCM works well, definitely for large companies that are about, 1,000 plus users. And there's only a small amount of IT people within your infrastructure. SCCM works well because you're able to automate everything, like zero-touch installation, to the point that you don't even have to do anything. You could be at home, log in remotely, and just start, and you're done. Oh, see, I could do that. I always tell you guys to take snapshots, make sure you back up, and I'm always pushing that out, but damn, I don't follow my own rules. I try to take snapshots when I do remember, but sometimes I forget. I think the last snapshot that I have with my SCCM was on the 21st, and I'm trying to recall. The 21st was a Wednesday. I think I have everything set up during that time. I'm probably gonna follow your thing. You check SCCM browser, SCCM config, not secret experts, but had a few run-ins with stuff turned off and keeps from being able to connect to the SQL. Okay, so I'm okay. So right now, what I did is I rebooted the SQL server. That rebooted, and I rebooted. I'm gonna get my big self out of there. So I rebooted the SQL server, and I'm launching the student manager to see if I'm capable of connecting to the database. And I'm refreshing right now because you can see right now that this guy is utilizing a lot of resources. So it's waking up. I need it to wake up and work for me. If not, I'll probably do what Big R stated, and I'll probably revert back from the 21st. And yeah, like you said, take a snapshot of the current shot. Take a snapshot of the current state and then revert back. I know. But to tell you the truth, that the show is basically over because the PowerPoint gives you the rundown on how I get everything running. This is just me being paranoid and want to get stuff running correctly. This is how I am. I think this is why after hours always happens, because I get to the point like, all of us get there, right? We know this stuff is working and the stuff doesn't work. Like, damn it. All right. So maybe to connect to that, we're gonna try it one more time, and then I'm gonna follow you guys. I'm going to follow you guys, and we're just going to go click on the SCCM and see if it connects to the site database. If it doesn't connect to the site database, screw it, go back to the I'm going to revert back to the snapshot. I'm going to take a snapshot of what I have right now, and then I'm going to revert back to what I took last. But yeah, kind of sucks. Come on. Doesn't look like it's going to work. All right, so this is what we're going to do. All right, boom. Get out of here. So we are going to take a snapshot. Let's take a snapshot. And I'm going to do bad. I'm going to call it bad because it's a bad snapshot. And we're going to look over here because right now it's doing 4%. So I'm taking a snapshot of the current state. I'm going to take your advice, Big R. Once the snapshot is completed, I'm going to revert back to 621, which was this week. I'm crossing my fingers that 621 was the snapshot that I finished everything and I created the deployment, and I created the deployment package, and then we could just continue. Yes, you got SCCM on SCCM box. You can connect to the DB from there. Oh yeah, so yeah, during the installation of the SCCM, it allows you to enter the information to connect to your database. And once you have a connection, it creates this database right now. It creates this right here. It creates this little database. Once this guy opens, it creates this for you. So whatever site code you use, that's the site. It creates configuration manager _ BTN. That's your site code because that's the site code that I provided during the installation, and it connects. I know this thing works, man. I know it works. It just sucks. Damn it. All right, we got 92%. 94, 95. Come on. It had to happen on episode 13. Lucky number 13, right? Bad number. Unlucky number, right? Had to happen. All right, so we took a snapshot of this state. I'm going to go to the snapshot manager, and I'm going to click on this guy, and I'm just going to go, whatever. Go back to 6/21/2017, which was this week. And I'm crossing my fingers that it works out. If not, it is okay. I'll probably do an after hours video for you guys and follow up with you. Right now is reverting back to this timeline, and we are in 74%. Damn, so sorry guys that we couldn't get it up and running live for you guys. Sucks. And damn it, sucks. All right, so it's completed. Completed. Get out of there. Boom. All right, let's see what kind of damage I have. It's still loading up. All right, let's see. Machine is probably frozen. It's still stuck on 6/21. See the date? So I don't know what to say. Let's see if I can push a restart. Let's restart the machine. There we go. Oh, yeah. All right, so Big R, that does make sense. Again, God damn it. I don't follow my rules. The last snapshot that I have is on 6/12. So it's one of those things like, Jesus, man. I always do this to myself. I always mess up. I always forget to take snapshots. So I kind of screwed myself up real bad this time because I forgot to take proper snapshots. So that's horrible. But I'm not going to keep you guys long. I'm going to work on this a little bit more. I've definitely reverted back from the 6/21, which was this week, this Wednesday, that I took a snapshot of the machine. I want to see how if I did a proper snapshot of it. If not, I'll probably do a after hours videos for you guys. I just don't want to keep you guys around seeing me fix stuff. But I will do an after hours, show you guys what I did, because just to let you guys know if everything is working. So I'm going to end it at 4 o'clock. I will end this live stream at 4 o'clock because I don't want to keep you guys. And it looks like this week has been bad for me with the SCCM machine. My SCCM machine has been acting up a lot. I mean, a lot. And I rebuild it again. I literally rebuild it with a fully licensed SCCM application because the preview build was giving me a lot of issues. So let's see, with the time that we have together, let's do a Control-Alt-Delete, and let's log into this machine. There we go. Oh, that's a good one, Jeff. You are so correct. I need to add into my notes to take snapshots. And I preach to you guys all the time, backup, snapshots. And I don't do it myself. But again, because it's a lab, it's like one of those things that I don't really do. I should do it regardless. It's a lab. If it's a testing environment, you should do it best practice. Take snapshots, do backups, right? It's just a bad habit when it comes to my lab. I know it sucks. But that's loading up. I'm going to power you off real quick. Excellent. And you, I'm going to reset you real quick. I'm going to reset you guys. 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 Reset you close this. I'm just closing a couple things. I'm going to end the show pretty soon. I do appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, download the PowerPoint. If you have a lab and you've been following me, follow the PowerPoint stuff. If you're wondering how I got the client stuff, you got to look at the show of me configuring the WSUS, because when we created the client package, we told it to push it out, through WSUS. And that's the way that it's being pushed. If you're following me with Instagram, I took a snapshot of one of my virtual machines with the configuration manager being installed with WSUS, so take a look at that. All right, so I don't know if this is gonna work. I have my chest is hurting right now, so we're gonna give it a few. Right now I just clicked on the config manager. I would like to see if it loads up, but who knows? I'll probably do it in after hours. It looks like it's going to be in after hours with you guys. Wait a minute. Oh, it psyched me. It psyched me. No. All right, so it looks like it definitely looks like I might have to do an after hours video with you guys. Again, thank you for those individuals that tune in. Make sure you download today's show notes. Test it out in your environment. Make sure it works. I know it works because I know I got it up and running. For some reason, my environment is not working today. I think episode 13, number 13. Unlucky, right? For those individuals that are still on, thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys on the next server room. Peace out.